Hello, we are back with another property tour in Arlington, Virginia. This address is 3546 North Utah Street. I want to thank Melissa Schultz with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Realtors for approving this tour. Now, this property is a 5-bedroom, 4 full, 1/2 bath home. The current price is $2,259,900. It has 3 levels. The most surprising thing you're going to see in this property is the laundry room. That's right, this property has an impressive laundry room, so that should tell you what to expect for the rest of the property. Now, it's pretty loud out here, so we're going to go inside. But before we do, I just want to point out that you have Flagstone porch all around the area here. Also, I want to point out that this little room over here is a screened-in porch that we're going to see. So you essentially have 2 outdoor areas. We have 23 steps to get to the main level. So that tells us that the ceiling height in the basement is going to be epic. So these are some of the tallest ceilings in a basement we've ever seen on tour. All right, with that out the way, let's get inside. Let's get inside. Now that we're inside, my name is Abraham Walker with Ask A Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent. Every one of my property tours is located on a custom Google map so that you could easily see where all of the properties are located. Check the link in the description to get access to that custom map. With that out the way, let's get an idea what the layout of the land is. So to our right here, we have your formal dining room. Then we have your stairs going up to the bedroom level or down to the basement level. This is going to be like your den/eating kitchen area. And this is all connected to the kitchen here. There's a hallway back here that takes you to one of the largest walk-in pantries we've ever seen. And then we have an office followed by a powder room. And then we have like your family room, great room that has a double-sided fireplace with access to the screened-in front porch. And then we'll start right here, this is just your coat closet right here. And as you could see, we have really tall ceilings in this foyer area. So we have this double height ceiling. I like how it kind of wraps around the upstairs, gives you nice appeal as soon as you walk in. So in our formal dining room, it's still open to the other parts of the area. We have these exposed railings for our stairs here. In this space, I think you could easily fit a 10-seater table. Also, I like that it's right next to the front porch right here. And then we also have a window right here. So you're gonna get a lot of natural light. The owners of this custom build did a great job with putting these custom shades all throughout. So if you wanted to, you could block out the sun or give yourself a little privacy. But as you could see, Crystal will point out the window here. Because of the elevation level, it's almost private anyway because no one else is really on this level, which is a very nice touch for this property here. Moving throughout, before we get into like the kitchen area, this is a great display wall for a large piece of artwork, and it makes for a great wall for a large piece of furniture. You already have a plug right here at the bottom, which is a very nice touch that the owners did. Walking over here, we have like our morning room, breakfast nook. You can have an additional dining table right over here. This is usually the place where most of the meals are eaten. The formal meals when you're entertaining guests are going to be happen in the dining room. And as you can see, we have a lot of windows. We also have our access point to the back door. We will check out the backyard. Well, I have some B-roll of the backyard. We'll post it right now so you can kind of see what the backyard layout is. But again, these gorgeous wood floors that they have going throughout the property are really nice. Nice statement piece, give you a nice natural wood tone as you go into the kitchen with one of the largest islands we've probably seen on tour. There was an island in Great Falls that we saw that was probably comparable to this. Maybe it was a little bit longer, but I don't think it was as wide or as deep. I love when they give us a prep sink on these larger islands right here, because when you are preparing meals, you don't want to have to go from your main sink to your island. Also, your main sink, if you're a serious cook, you're gonna have all kind of dirty dishes in there, so you're not gonna be able to wash vegetables and whatnot. So this is a very nice touch. One thing I like about this island is the storage on this side. So it's common to see an island where you could actually fit chairs, right? So I think you could fit probably like 5 chairs, 5 stools on this side of the island. But to have some storage is a huge bonus, even though this property comes with a ton of storage already. Now, as far as appliances, we have Thermador, fridge, freezer, and this is counter depth, but it's also pretty tall. So I would say it's probably like 6'3". As far as the height, we have some cabinetry up there, and then we have a great sink. So these owners are really particular about finishes. And this is the first time we've ever seen a sink with these little rails right here, so then you can put these little drying racks here. I've seen them on like TikTok and stuff like that, but I've never seen them in person. So this is nice. And then also Crystal will show you your sink view. So you're washing dishes. You have a nice little wall of greenery to look at. And then again, you have additional countertop space. Some of my clients actually prefer to have like this L-shaped or U-shaped kitchen because of this piece of countertop space right here. Usually that means you're gonna have yourself a Lazy Susan, but not in this property here. They said, forget about Lazy Susan, let's make her efficient. And this is a pull-out drawer. Cool design. Another cool design here, in addition to just having drawers, which we see a lot on tour, there's this little feature right here where you put your knives in like this little, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch type of material. It's very cool. So we have our 6-burner Thermador stove with the griddle. We got the pot filler. We also have the Thermador vent hood as well. The microwave, just make sure I point that out to you. Microwave is right there, close to your refrigerator, so perfect location for the microwave. And so that's it in the kitchen. Just one thing I want to note is just I love the tile, the backsplash here. It gives you like a modern appeal. I think this is going to be a timeless design that you won't have to rip out every few years. Last thing I want Crystal to look at is that the lighting fixture, there is like a little lighting fixture above like that ceiling fixture. So that's pretty cool. So now we're down this hallway here off of the kitchen. So the first room off of the hallway is going to be your pantry. And this is a well-equipped pantry. So in addition to having storage space, look at these plugs. I love when they have the plugs. You have some additional storage space right over here. And then this is where all your Costco stuff goes, right? All of your boxes of stuff. This is going to be a great place to store all kind of appliances. And look, you even have drawers here as well. I love that they put a window in as well. Now, if we continue down this hallway, we have a little homework station right here. If you don't have kids, this could be a place for your recipe development, right? And again, you have more cabinetry, so plenty of storage space in this property. The next door is going to take us into the office on this level, right?
Love the floor to ceiling windows.
Yeah,
here in the kitchen, so much light.
Are great. It's unlikely that you're going to use this space as a bedroom just because the bathroom on this level is a powder room, so it doesn't have a bathtub or a shower. But this is a very nice office because you put your desk right here, chair right here, so you have a gorgeous view, another wall of greens with the Flagstone view as well, so it gives you a lot of privacy. And this cool fan is, this is like the miniature version of it. We're gonna see the larger version in the family room. Crystal will show you the powder room right there. We have a floating vanity, another nice fixture, and then I love the wall, the tile on the wall. It has some texture to it, so it's very nice. And so we have these barnyard doors that can open and close, so then you can kind of close off this space. For what reason, I don't know. But then when you walk through, you have your family room, right? So this is probably the space where you have your TV on this wall here. You have your nice Restoration Hardware sofa, one of those big cloud sofas. And then we have our double-sided fireplace. I have some B-roll of the motorized shades. And then we have the larger version of that fan. I love how they enclosed this fan and like it gave it its own little feature set, right? Like they made it recessed. This is pretty cool. And then we have our screened-in porch, which Crystal will give you a view of. So you want to get a little bit of outside space there.
And you can see the fireplace is double-sided.
All right, so that's everything on the main level. They do have some additional storage right here as well. So if you have any artwork or maybe you want to have some beverages, you can store those. So now we're gonna go upstairs. But before we do, I don't think I noted this, but is this not a gorgeous front door? I love the little slots right here. It would be hard for you to hide from the people who are door knocking, but it is still a gorgeous door. Another thing I want to highlight before we go upstairs is the fact that the windows are tinted. Not tinted, they're glazed a different shade. So it's not just a film that's on them. They actually came from the factory this color. So the interior of this home is going to be much cooler than a lot of other properties because of that. And it's going to be lower maintenance because sometimes we have that tint film on your windows if a kid scratches it or if a bird runs into the door on the outside. So with that out of the way, let's count these stairs. 1, 2, 17, 18. All right, so now we're in the bedroom level, and I want to remind you that I've been a real estate agent for 17 years, and I would love to help you buy one of these homes. There's a link below to the Perfect Home Questionnaire. Fill out that form, and you and I will schedule a time to meet online via Zoom to answer any and all of your real estate questions. With that out the way, this layout here is very simple. So down this hallway here, or this little walkway, we have the laundry room, which is quite unique. And then we have 1, 2, 3 guest bedrooms, a linen closet here, and then on the left here is going to be the owner's suite. So let's go down to this laundry room. I built this up. I hope that this doesn't disappoint, but this laundry room has a couple things that we don't see in some homes. First of all, they have a countertop right here above the washer and dryer. So we got the front loading washer and dryer. This is a nice to have. You'll see this on a lot of the custom builds that are in the higher price points. The next thing we have is we have a wall of windows, but the thing that's most unique about this is these little wires right here, right? So these are drying racks, or drying wires, right? So you could just put these, you could put all your clothes up here, and if you notice, it's the full length of the room. So you could essentially have a full load of clothes in here drying off. What a great feature. I've never seen that before.
It's probably my favorite feature I've seen in the home because we hang almost all of our boys' clothes.
Yeah, no, that's a great feature. All right, so now with that out the way, let's get into these bedrooms. So we have the first guest bedroom right here, right? So this guest bedroom, it's a little narrow. It's off to the right side of the property. There is a walk-in closet that Crystal's gonna show you. And then this bedroom is connected to a bathroom, which is a Jack and Jill bathroom. Now, this Jack and Jill bathroom has a pocket door that closes off the tub shower. And then we have your double vanity. I love the amount of counter space they have right here. Too many Jack and Jills, I know some builders watch my videos. Too many Jack and Jills have such small countertop spaces that you're asking for conflict. But you see here, there's enough space to where you have these two opposing parties who love each other on occasions, who have enough space for themselves. And then look at you got the storage space here. I mean, this is a great little space. And then we keep on walking. And so now we are in the second guest bedroom. This is off to the middle of the property. This is a little bit more of a square sized room here. We do have another walk-in closet that Crystal is going to show you. And like I mentioned already, you can kind of see that these windows are tinted. So you can't see like a true color outside, like it's muted.
Also, all the guest bedrooms up here also have those neat fans.
Those neat fans, yep. And we're a ceiling fan household, so we love fans.
Who can sleep without a ceiling fan?
Yeah, and so then our last guest bedroom on this level is going to be the largest guest bedroom. It's going to be off to the left side of the property here, right? So we have your ensuite right there that Crystal's going to show you.
And this one just has a shower, no tub.
This bedroom has the smallest closet of the 3 guest bedrooms on this level. Okay, so with that out the way, now we're gonna go into the owner's suite. So the owner's suite, you access it through these double doors here, and it kind of drops you off in the bedroom part. So they already have a nice accent wall here. your bed would go right here. You also already have your lamps, your bedside lamps. So when you have your vanity right here, you don't have to muck it up with some lamps. This is off to the front of the property. Again, because you have that elevation.
Really kind of look down on the neighborhood.
Yeah, you look down on neighbors. And also you kind of look like you're at tree height, the tree level. So it's a really cool vibe. You are afraid of heights, maybe not. And then you have a nice little bit of storage over here. One of the things I really like about this particular home is the fact that you actually have 2 closets. So this is the first closet, and this is accessible from the bedroom. You already have the custom built. And then the second closet is going to be accessible through the bathroom. And so here's the bathroom. A couple of nice things about this bathroom. First, we have floating vanities. I love when you have floating vanities. You don't have to worry about stubbing your toe if you get too close. Another thing I like about this particular bathroom is this wet room over here. So a wet room is where you have the tub and the shower all on one side of the bathroom here, and it's designed to keep this room wet, that room dry. They also have a proper bench right here with your wand right here. So if you're having a lazy day or you just want to relax and just spray yourself with some water, right? Like when we used to do with the hose pipe.
You have the rainfall shower head here, traditional shower head there.
Yep. Then you have a nice little window by your tub right there.
And this is your favorite type of tub.
This is my favorite type of tub, the ones that you could sit down and roll into, right? You could roll into, you know, because when you get to my age, you know, you got to be careful getting into these tubs. Also, what I like about this tub is that you even have a little ledge over there so you can put your candles. I love candles. Now, we have our command center right here, and then we have the second closet. So this closet is going to be for the person who has longer coats and whatnot, maybe some gowns. But as you can see, it's nice to have these 2 options for closets. All right, so that is everything on the bedroom level. Now we're going to go down to the basement level, where one of the unique things about the basement is the ceiling height. And then the second unique thing about the basement is that there's a car lift in the garage. This is our first car lift on the channel. We are going big places on this channel, so let's get downstairs. All right, so the stairs to the basement level are located right underneath the stairs to the bedroom level. So let's count these stairs. 1, 2, 17, 18. All right, so now we are in the basement level. Let me give you an idea what the layout is. So we have some flex space right here, and then down this hallway will take you to your garage. This is also where the wet bar is. We'll show you that later. Then we have your utility room here. Then we have storage underneath the stairs in this door. Then we have your flex space, which is where you're gonna have maybe your family room, your den, your big TV, big sofa. And then off to that side, we have the bedroom on this level, the last bedroom. We have a full bath. Then we have what could be maybe like an exercise room, right? So here is the storage underneath the stairs right there. Just peek in. And then let's see which way. Well, let's go this way first and then we'll end in the garage. All right, so here is a room that I would, there's carpet on the floor right here. So it's not big enough to be a media room, but it could be like a exercise room. So I can see like a treadmill, a Peloton, a tonal machine in here as well. And then we have your flex room right here, which contains the wall for your TV right here. And then you have your nice plush sectional along this wall here. The previous owners already had some surround sound speakers put on the back of the property, on the back of this room. And then they also have them up top, so you can get a nice theater quality. Right? Then we have, I would say this bedroom is comparable to the bedrooms upstairs. So this is the 5th and final bedroom. We have our egress window for you to get out in case of emergency. And then we have a step-in closet that Crystal's gonna show you. That bedroom has access to the full bathroom through there. And then your guests can also access the full bathroom and just peek in there and show them the towel on that wall in the bathroom, in the bathtub. Look at that that's a very nice touch. Excellent. Now let's go see that car lift. Okay, so we have the stairs right here, and then we have your utility room. Your utility room, the owners so kindly left their wine cellar here, so that's coming with the property. Then we have a 65-gallon and a 50-gallon hot water heater. We have a little bit of storage over here, and then we have a rack right here, which is additional storage. And because of the ceiling height in this basement, you'll be able to get a lot of stuff in here. Then the last kind of flex room is right here. You know, whatever your imagination can dream up, you'll do in this space here. Then we have our little cubbies and storage area. So this is like our mud room right here. Crystal, come take a look at this sign right here. So they say that there's space for a dumbwaiter. That's a little small elevator. So think of you bringing your Costco goods. You don't want to bring them up the stairs. You install a dumbwaiter, put it in here, press the button to bring it to the next level. If you don't do that, then it's just really a closet space, right? But as you can see on this level, you don't really need too much closet space because you have another cubby area as well. Then we have your sink, some shelving here. So this is what they're calling the wet bar. And then first on the channel, we have ourselves a car lift.
Yeah, so it's a 3-car garage, just not in a traditional sense.
Right. What's nice about the car lift, you have yourself a nice sports car. You only drive it, you know, twice a month or so like that. Store it up here, and then you store your daily driver right here underneath. And then you'll store another car in the driveway, right?
Also, they have a plug for EV in here as well.
Yes, they also have the high efficiency plug right here, the 240 plug. And then another thing I like about this garage is if you don't want to open up the garage door, which is usually the only way you can get in and out of the garage door, is a door right there to the outside world, right? So that's it for this property tour. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comment section. Also, if you're ready to start your home buying journey, there's a link in the description to the Perfect Home Questionnaire. Fill out that form and we will schedule a time to meet online via Zoom. Till next time, peace.